Psychology suggests that if you constantly feel exhausted by people, it's not because you're weak. It's because your brain is processing data at a resolution most people can't even see. If you walk into a room and immediately sense the vibe shifts, or if you can tell someone is lying before they even finish their sentence, you aren't just overthinking. You are possessing a trait psychologists call high-resolution perception. And if you felt like an outsider your whole life, there are 5 specific psychological reasons why your brain works this way. 1. You possess emotional X-ray vision. While most people listen to words, you read the silence. If you possess this trait, you don't just hear what people say, you see what they don't say. You notice the micro-expression of annoyance when someone smiles. You hear the slight change in pitch when someone is nervous. Research in social neuroscience shows that some brains are wired to prioritize nonverbal cues over verbal ones. This makes social interaction incredibly taxing for you. Why? Because you aren't just having a conversation, you are constantly decoding a hidden layer of reality. You see the resentment in a joke. You feel the tension in a friendly greeting. You can't turn it off. This is why you often go quiet in groups, not because you have nothing to say, but because you are overwhelmed by the truth that everyone else is ignoring. 2. Your anxiety is actually predictive pattern recognition. People often label you as anxious or a worrier, but psychology offers a different perspective. Your brain is a prediction machine running on overdrive. You have a heightened ability to spot patterns in behavior. If someone acted a certain way 3 months ago and they make a similar small movement today, your brain instantly connects the dots and predicts the outcome. To the outside world, you look paranoid. In reality, you are recognizing a sequence. You know a relationship is over months before the breakup happens. You know a project will fail before it starts. This isn't anxiety. It is data analysis. The pain comes from living in a world where everyone else is reacting to the present, while you are already living in the inevitable future. 3. You have a biologically lower threshold for sensory gating. Sensory gating is your brain's ability to filter out useless noise. Most people have a high gate. They can ignore background chatter, flickering lights, or the emotional energy of a crowded room. Your gate is wide open. You absorb everything. This is why you might love humanity, but hate crowds. It's not a contradiction. You care deeply about people, but being physically surrounded by them feels like emotional static. Your nervous system treats a crowded grocery store or a loud party the same way a computer treats a denial of service attack. You crash. You need to withdraw to a dark, quiet room, not because you're depressed, but to clear your cache. You are rebooting a system that has processed more information in an hour than most people do in a week. 4. You are allergic to incongruency. This is the #1 reason you struggle to keep friends. Incongruency is when a person's actions don't match their words. For the average person, a little white lie or a fake compliment is social grease. It keeps things moving. For you, it feels like a physical itch. Your brain detects the gap between who someone pretends to be and who they actually are. When you meet someone who is nice but lacks genuine intent, your alarm bells ring immediately. You cannot simply play along. This makes you difficult for manipulative people to be around because you act as a mirror to their inauthenticity. You don't even have to say anything. Your lack of validation makes them uncomfortable. You lose friends not because you are difficult, but because you refuse to participate in the performance. 5. You crave parallel play over direct interaction. Because your processing power is always high, you define intimacy differently. You don't always need to be talking to feel connected. In fact, your ideal version of love or friendship is often being alone together. You want to be in the same room with someone you trust, reading, working, or existing without the pressure to perform conversation. This is the ultimate sign of safety for a high-resolution perceiver. It means your nervous system has finally found someone who doesn't trigger your radar. When you find someone who understands that silence is a form of connection, you become fiercely loyal. But until then, you prefer your own company because solitude is the only time your scanner can finally stop searching for threats. If this sounds like you, stop apologizing for your intensity. Stop trying to numb your awareness to fit into a world that is asleep. Your ability to see the truth, to feel the shifts, and to predict the patterns is not a disorder. It is a survival mechanism that has kept you safe. You are the watcher on the wall. The world needs people who can see what is hidden. If you want to understand the dark psychology of why you attract specific types of people because of this gift, hit that subscribe button. The next video is going to explain exactly how to protect your energy from those who want to drain it.